Hi guys, it's a Paige at Comfort Books, and I'm here to do my June wrap-up. I cannot believe it is the end of June already. I feel like just yesterday I was like, it's finally summer, it's June, it's my birthday month, I'm turning 19, I'm so excited. And now I woke up this morning and I was like, crap, it's July 1st, and I've only read a few books, and school's gonna start again in 2 months, and I have so much stuff that I still need to do. I don't know, but I'm enjoying my summer. I'm just working a lot and relaxing on the days that I'm not working, which involves a lot of reading and a lot of couponing, which is something I've been doing lately. And also, I want to say, if you guys are interested in couponing videos, let me know. I'm thinking about making a new channel for that to not so that it doesn't get like near my book stuff, because a lot of people are just like, no, we want books. This is a book channel, books. But if you are interested in that, please let me know, because I've been doing a lot of couponing lately. I've been getting started and starting a stockpile, if you will, and a lot of stuff. So just let me know. Don't want to get into that right now, but just let me know if that's an interest. So let's start with the books that I've read this month. First, I read, and the cover's a little bit oversized on the screen. Oh, wait, no, that's better. Okay, so first I read Maximum Ride Forever by James Patterson, and you really can't see that, but I don't have it with me because it's one I borrowed from work. But it is the last book, or I think it's the last book. The way it ended, I think it's the last book in the Maximum Ride series. Now, this is the 9th book. I started reading these when I was in 6th grade, I think. Yeah, 6th or 7th grade. A friend recommended them to me at the library because I was like needing something to read, and she said, here, try this. I love this series, read it. And I said, okay. I read them like that. I love them so much. And so like ever since lately, every time the new ones come out, I've been reading them slower, because I'm like, oh my god, we're getting to the end of the series. These characters are going to have to go away, and I don't want to let them go, so I've been reading them slower. It took me absolutely forever to get to Nevermore when it came out. I bought it as soon as it came out. I think I pre-ordered it, and I didn't read it for like 6 to 7 months later because I did not want to let those characters go. And I finally read it, and I think I was disappointed with the ending. I can't remember, to be honest with you, but I read it, and then finally, like, I think a week or two after I read it, I heard news that there was going to be another book. I didn't know if it was going to be another book to the series, or if it was going to just be like a spin-off, or if it was just going to be a little prequel. I didn't know what it was. But when it finally came out, it was a big, thick book, and it was number 9. It was the next book in the series, and I was like, what? I was like, you just told us that this was the last book, and now all of a sudden there's another book out, and this book, it was alright. I mean, I don't remember what the rating I gave it. I usually give my books ratings pretty high, and then I get into it on the review, so it's like, you can't really always go by my rating, even though my rating is, it's how I feel. My rating is how I feel immediately after I'm done reading. But then my review goes into the things that I've been thinking about since reading it, because a lot of the times I don't write my reviews. I used to write my reviews right after, but I realized that it's better if I wait and let the book deflect in my head before I write the review, because my review is so much more in depth if I do that, rather than just spitting it out right as soon as I finish the book, because then that's all my thoughts, and they're unorganized, and they're just spitting out on the paper, and it's much better if I wait. So I actually haven't even, did I? I don't remember. I don't think I've even written the review for this book yet. I might have, but I don't think I did. That's how far behind I am. All of these books, I think, except for, I've written a review for maybe one of the books I'm about to show you, possibly 2. Maybe? I don't remember. At least 1, maybe 2, I don't know. But I'm about to show you 5 books, and I think I've only written reviews for 2, which is pretty bad, but I'm just letting the books deflect. And you could probably say, how could you remember? Because I have notes on them. So I glance at them and reflect the book more and more every day, and then finally, when I need to, I sit down and write the review using my notes, and it's a much more organized review than what normally would be. So anyways, yeah, when I put it up, check out my review of Maximum Ride Forever and see what I really think. Next book I read was The Secrets We Keep by Trisha Lever. I met her at a signing in Concord, New Hampshire that I went to June, or no, maybe, I don't think it was June, I think it was May 27th? I don't remember. It was sometime around there. I went to a bookstore in Concord and met 4 authors. She was one of them, and I got this, and this is about two twin sisters, who, one is, Maddie is the more popular one, and to be honest, she's not even mentioned in the book that many, so I don't, Ella is the less popular one. So Maddie and Ella are in a car driving home on like a rainy, crappy night, and they get into a car accident and Maddie dies. So Ella decides that because when she wakes up in the hospital, it's all of Maddie's friends around her, surrounding her, and all of people. She feels that people would be more upset losing Maddie than losing her. So she decides that she's going to take on the role of being Maddie, and she's going to be her sister for all of her friends and her parents and her sister's boyfriend. The only thing she doesn't take into account is her best friend, her one and only best friend, who is shocked and heartbroken and everything about losing his friend, even though he technically has not. It's a really good book. I've never heard of that kind of concept before. It's really weird, but it was really interesting to read, and I liked it a lot. There was parts when it annoyed me because I was like, can you just please tell somebody that you're not Maddie so I can have some sanity? But I went along with it, and it ended up being a pretty good book. I enjoyed it a lot. So, I'll show you the signature. Why not? She signed it in silver pens, a silver Sharpie, so that's good. She wrote, "Paige, always be true to yourself, Trisha Lever," which is something this girl pretty sure learned. I hope so, at least. So that was good. The next book I read was also from that signing. It's called In a World Just Right by Jen Brooks. This is about a boy who he loses his parents and his sister in a plane crash, and him and a few other people are miraculously the ones that survive. And so he has to live with his uncle, who has just lost his wife to that plane crash. And one day when he's young, he finds out that he can make more worlds. He can make imaginary worlds rather than living in the one that he's living in, the real world. So he makes a bunch of worlds, but then one day he realizes that he can make a world that has the girl he likes that has never laid an eye on him be his girlfriend. And so the book is about him like trying to deal with the real world and that world combined, and he messes up one day and goes to kiss the real girl instead of his girlfriend in the fake world, and it's like it all unravels after that, and it's really, really, really interesting. It's actually a big chunky book. I was like, oh my god, it's gonna take me forever to read, but I actually flew through it because it was really good. So this is definitely something to check out. It should be in it's not science fiction, it's fantasy/adventure in the teen section at Barnes & Noble. It should be there, because that's where I got it, and I worked there. It says 2-page, I hope you enjoy Jonathan's journey, and I did enjoy it a lot, and I definitely recommend this to anybody who would like to read it. Next up on the list is Inside the OBriens by Lisa Genova, and I'll show you the cover for that. This is if you've read Still Alice, I don't know, it's not going to show you, I don't think, because it's so bright. The cover's like a tan, so it's like really bright, so it's not going to show you. But the author, Lisa Genova, has written Still Alice, which is a best-selling book, and it's also a movie now. And it's about a woman who gets Alzheimer's, early onset Alzheimer's, and yada yada. This, Inside the O'Briens, is about a man who is a Boston police officer, and he develops Huntington's, and it's just basically about him dealing with that disease, Huntington's, and dealing with the fact that every one of his children has 50% chance of getting it. In the book, some of his children get it, some of them don't. It's pretty much exactly like Still Alice in the fact that it's somebody finding out that they have a disease and then dealing with their disease as it unravels, and also dealing with the fact that their children all have 50% chance of getting it. So it's pretty much the same, it's just a different disease and a different family and different personalities. So I enjoyed it, it was really good. The first little bit of the book was kind of boring. I didn't really want to read it so much in the beginning, but then after like the diagnosis and when things started to go for the worse, it started to get better. The only thing I did not like about this book, and I don't really want to say, the only thing I didn't like about the book is the ending. And not because it was a bad ending, and not because it made the book bad. It just, the ending, we were gonna find out something that we were waiting to find out for a good portion of the book, and we didn't happen to find, like, they never told us what happened. It just ended. And there's not gonna be a sequel. It's a standalone, so it makes me cringe because I really wanted to know what the results were. And I'll never know now because there's not going to be a sequel because it's a standalone. Whatever, I guess I'll get over it, but I think for that reason alone, I gave it a 4 out of 4 stars because, 4 out of 5 stars because I was upset about that ending. So yeah, but other than that, it was a really good book. And last but not least, for a blog tour, I read No More Confessions by Louise Rozett, and that looks like this. Oh, I wish you could see this because it's such a pretty cover. Do me a favor. When I link it down below, click on it and at least go look at the cover because these covers for these series are so pretty. I love them. But anyways, I have followed this series from day one. It's about a girl named Rose who in the first book, she starts freshman year after losing her dad, and her brother is off to college, so it's just her and her mom, and she's just trying to get through her life without her dad and starting high school, and she meets a boy, and the boy is kind of a bad boy, and he's not good for her, but she falls in love with him anyways, and it's just kind of a back and forth from there, all 3 books. This book was, I don't know if it's the last one, it's the 3rd one, I don't know if it's the last one. I have a feeling that it kind of might be because of the ending and because the book's title is No More Confessions instead of, like, the first book was Confessions of an Angry Girl, the second book was Confessions of an Almost Girlfriend. This one is No More Confessions, so it makes me feel like there's not going to be another book. So that upsets me because I love these characters. Every time I see a new one of these come out, I'm like, yes, I need to read it right away. I read arcs of all 3 of them. I never waited for them to come out. I made sure I got my hands on them before they came out. And I loved every single one of them. I'm not going to talk much about this one because it's the 3rd book, so it'll be kind of spoilerly. But just know that the books, plural, are something to check out. I love them a lot, and I definitely recommend them. But those are the 5 books I read in June. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you especially want to see, like, videos about any of these ones. I'm definitely going to write, like, typed reviews, but if you want to see videos about any of these ones, let me know. I'd love to. If you want to chat about any of them, if you've read them, let me know, because I'm a lonely person. My boyfriend works overnight, and I stay up, like, all hours of the night because I'm a night owl, and I'd love to talk to you guys about books, so just tweet me or message me on Goodreads, or my email's down below. Email me. I don't care. Just talk to me. That sounds so desperate, but I like to talk to people. So anyways, thanks again for watching, and have a good night. Bye, guys!